media and assets between various Adobe apps. All panels. The All Panels workspace has all panels available in Premiere Pro. Metalogging. The metalogging workspace is for entering metadata after importing, capturing, or digitizing media into Premiere Pro. Production. The production workspace is used while working or collaborating with a team on a production. Now let's see the different methods of changing the workspace. The first one is from the Workspace tab, where a drop-down list will appear with workspaces. The second one is from Window, Workspaces. By default, Premiere Pro opens projects in whatever workspace you currently have open. However, you can open a project in the workspace last used with it. Before opening a project, select Window, Workspaces. Import workspace from project. Additionally, we can modify the order of workspaces or delete them. To modify the order, go to the Workspace tab and choose Edit Workspaces, or go to Window, Workspaces. Edit Workspaces. The Edit Workspaces dialog will open, where you can reorder workspaces, hide them, or delete custom workspaces. Also, we can dock, group, or float panels in Adobe Premeire Pro. We can dock panels together, move them into or out of groups, and undock them so they float above the application window. Docking zones exist along the edges of a panel, group, or window. Docking a panel places it near the existing group, resizing all groups to accommodate the new panel. For example, if I want the Effect Controls panel anywhere else, I will select the Effect Controls panel from the top and drag it to another dock. Now we can see there are multiple places at the edge of this panel. Simply go to the edge where you want to add the Effect Controls and release the mouse button. Your Effect Controls panel will be docked there. Grouping zones exist in the middle of a panel or group along the tab area of the panel. Dropping a panel on a grouping zone stacks it with other panels. For example, I will select the Effect Controls panel from the top and drag and drop it in the middle of the program monitor. Now you can see we have the program monitor and Effect Controls in a group. If the panel you want to dock or group is not visible, choose it from the Window menu. Now let's see how to undock a panel in a floating window. When we undock a panel in a floating window, we can add panels to the window and modify it compared to the application window. You can use floating windows to use a secondary monitor or to create workspaces. For example, if I want to undock the Effect Controls panel, I will right-click on the panel menu and select the Undock option. The Effect Controls panel will start floating. Now let's see resizing the panel groups. When we position the pointer over dividers between panel groups, resize icons appear. When you drag these icons, all groups that share the divider are resized. For example, if I want the Effect Controls panel to be horizontally small, I will go to the divider between Effect Controls and Program Monitor and drag it towards the right to make the Effect Controls panel horizontally small. This will also affect the size of the Program Monitor, making it larger horizontally. Now let's see how we can brighten or darken the interface. You can lower the brightness, especially when working in a darkened editing suite or when making color corrections. To change the brightness on Mac, go to Premiere Pro, Preferences, then Appearance. And for Windows, go to Edit, Preferences, then Appearance. In the Appearance panel, adjust the brightness and intensity of the highlight color according to your requirements. In Premiere Pro, the Tools panel is found on the left side of your workspace and is packed with useful editing tools. These tools are meant to help you edit your videos quickly, smoothly, and effectively. The first tool in the Tool panel is the Selection tool. It is used for selecting clips, menu items, and other objects in the user interface. The keyboard shortcut for the Selection tool is V. Using this selection tool, we can select clips on the timeline and drag them wherever we want. The next one is the Track Selection Forward tool. It is used to select all the clips to the right of the cursor in a sequence. The keyboard shortcut for this is A. We have taken the Track Selection tool and will select this clip. This tool will select all the clips to the right of my click. The next one is the Track Selection Backward tool. It is used to select all the clips to the left of the cursor in a sequence. The keyboard shortcut for this is Shift+A. I have taken the Track Selection tool and will select this clip. This tool will select all the clips to the left of my click. The next one is the Ripple Edit tool. The shortcut for the Ripple Edit tool is B. It is used to trim the in or out point between two clips on the timeline. The Ripple Edit tool closes gaps caused by the edit and preserves all the edits to the left or right of the trimmed clip. The next tool is the Rolling Edit tool. The shortcut for the Rolling Edit tool is N. It is used to roll the edit point between two clips in a timeline. The Rolling Edit tool trims the in point of the one and the out point of the other, while leaving the combined duration of the two clips unchanged. The next one is the Rate Stretch tool. The shortcut for the Rate Stretch tool is R. It is used to shorten the clip on the timeline by speeding up its playback, or to lengthen it by slowing it down. The Rate Stretch tool changes speed and duration, but leaves the in and out points of the clip unchanged. Then we have a Remix tool that helps in remixing audio. Select the Remix tool and drag the edge of an audio clip. An Essential Sound panel will be opened where you can remix audio clips using these properties. The next one is a Razor tool. The shortcut for the Razor tool is C. It is used to make one or more cuts in clips on a timeline. Click a point in a clip to split it at that precise location. Also, you can add cuts by pressing Ctrl+K or Command+K on the keyboard. In the description below, you can find a link to Envato Elements, which offers millions of incredible resources to assist you on your video creation journey. The next one is the Slip tool. The shortcut for the Slip tool is Y. It is used to simultaneously change the in and out points of a clip in a timeline while keeping the time span between them constant. The next one is a Slide tool. The shortcut for the Slide tool is U. It is used to move a clip to the left or right in a timeline while simultaneously trimming the two clips that surround it. The next one is the Pen tool. The shortcut for the Pen tool is P. It is used to set or select keyframes, or to adjust connector lines in a timeline. Drag a connector line vertically to adjust it. Use Ctrl+left click or Command+left click on the connector line to set a keyframe. The next tool is the Rectangle tool. It allows you to create rectangular shapes, and you can modify its properties in the Effect Control panel, then Shape, and then Appearance. You can adjust parameters such as color, stroke, and shadow. Following that is the Ellipse tool, which is used for creating ellipse shapes. Lastly, we have the Polygon tool, which enables you to create polygons. The next one is a Hand tool. The shortcut for the Hand tool is H. It is used to move the viewing area of a timeline to the right or left. The next one is the Zoom tool. The shortcut for the Zoom tool is Z. It is used to zoom in or zoom out in a timeline viewing area. Click in the viewing area to zoom in by one increment. Alt+click or Option+click to zoom out by one increment. The last one is the Type tool. The shortcut for the Type tool is T. We can use a Type tool to create a text box or type text on the project window. Then we have a Vertical Type tool to create vertical text on the project window. Firstly, we need to add our footage to the sequence on the timeline. Double-click on the media file you want to use. It will open in the source monitor, allowing you to select specific parts you want to use in your video. Use I to set the in point, and O to set the out point for your selection. This way, you only use the best parts of your clips. After trimming your video, drag it from the source monitor and drop it onto the video track in the timeline panel. If your video has audio, it will automatically link to the video. To separate them, drag the audio part to a different audio track. Now let's discuss about the options available on the timeline. Firstly, we have source patching for inserts and overwrites. Source patching in Premiere Pro allows you to control which tracks in your timeline are affected when you add or replace a clip from the source monitor. It ensures that the selected clip goes exactly where you want it in the timeline. It's especially useful for projects with many video and audio tracks, giving you precise control over where your new clips should go. To enable source patching, click the source patching button for the desired track in the timeline, or use the keyboard shortcut, comma, for video tracks and audio tracks. For overwriting clips, use the keyboard shortcut, full stop, for both video and audio tracks. This feature helps you manage your timeline effectively when dealing with multiple video and audio layers. Next, we have toggle track lock for the audio and the video layers. Each layer comes with its own toggle lock. When a layer is locked, we are unable to modify or edit it. For example, let's lock the V1 layer. Now we can't even select the clips on layer V1. Now let's discuss the timeline's video and audio layers. It's pretty straightforward. The video layers are named V1, V2, and V3, while the audio layers are named A1, A2, and A3. Then we have a toggle for track targeting, which can be toggled by clicking on the layer names, such as V1 and A1. By default, V1 and A1 are toggled on for track targeting. If you want to paste a clip on the V2 layer, make sure the V2 layer is toggled on, and then simply paste away. The same goes for audio layers. Then we have toggle sync lock, which is automatically enabled. It ensures that all tracks which are toggled on are affected equally by certain adjustments made to any track. For example, we have this clip on V3 with audio attached to the A3 track. If you toggle off the sync lock for A3 and ripple delete the clip on V2, you'll see that all tracks except A3 are affected. Now let's undo and toggle on the sync lock for A3. Now I'm ripple deleting the clip from V2. You can see the audio track A3 is also affected by ripple delete. To keep things organized, we've got an eye icon for toggle track output. If you disable it, you won't see the output of that particular layer. For example, I will toggle off layer V2. Now you can't see the output for layer V2. In audio, we have a mute icon that mutes the audio track. Besides mute, we have a solo track. All the tracks except the solo track enabled will be muted. Only the enabled audio track will be played. Then we have a microphone icon that helps us to record voiceover directly in Premiere Pro. For example, if you position the playhead at a specific point, the recording will start from that position. By clicking on the icon, Premiere Pro will start recording voiceover. Now click again to stop recording, and the recorded layer will be added to your timeline. You can always adjust the heights of the layers by simply double-clicking on that layer to expand that particular track. Or else you can hold and drag the lines between two tracks to expand them. It can be also done by pressing Alt on Windows or Option on Mac, and scrolling the mouse wheel will expand and contract the layer. Make sure this will affect the layer on which your cursor will be placed. So we'll start from the top left first. We have a sequence time code here, which portrays time from hours, minutes, seconds, and frames per second. Then, we have the Insert and Overwrite Sequences as nests or individual clips option. This option allows you to control how sequences are inserted or overwritten when working with nested sequences. Nested sequences are a powerful organizational tool in video editing. They allow you to take a sequence and treat it as a single clip within another sequence. This can be incredibly useful when you want to apply effects, transitions, or adjustments to multiple clips as a group, or when you need to create complex compositions and maintain a structured timeline. For example, if you have a sequence named as Sequence A within your project and you want to insert or overwrite it into another sequence named as Sequence B, you can choose between two options. 1. Insert and overwrite as individual clips. If you select this option, Premiere Pro will treat the contents of Sequence A as individual clips. When you insert or overwrite Sequence A into Sequence B, each clip within Sequence A will be placed on its own track in Sequence B. This level of control lets you fine-tune the clips and their arrangement in the new sequence like a pro. 2. Insert and overwrite as nest. If you choose this option, Premiere Pro will treat Sequence A as a single nested sequence. When you insert or overwrite Sequence A into Sequence B, the entire contents of Sequence A will be treated as a single clip and placed on a single track in Sequence B. It's perfect for keeping things grouped together and preserving the overall structure of Sequence A within Sequence B. Now we have a Snap in Timeline button. Shortcut for Snap in Timeline is S. It allows us to magnetically snap one edit to the end of another. For example, if it is off, whenever we drag clips on the timeline, there's a possibility that the clips will not attach to each other. There will be gaps in between clips. Turning the Snap in Timeline will make sure there are no gaps while dragging and dropping the clips on the timeline. The next one is the Linked Selection button. The Linked Selection button allows you to toggle the connection between the video and audio on the timeline. For example, if I select this clip on the timeline, the audio will be selected too. Once I turn off the linked selection, I can work separately with audio and video. Then we have a marker icon, which adds markers on the timeline wherever the playhead is placed. Markers can be used for commenting about selected parts of the timeline, defining chapters in the project, and for adding a URL that provides more information about selected parts. For example, place your playhead where you want to add markers on the timeline. Make sure clips are not selected and select marker icon, or simply use the M shortcut and a marker will be added to your timeline. Now double-click the marker to change its name, duration, comments, chapter marker, web link, etc. Beside the marker, there's an icon for settings of timeline. Under Timeline Settings, the first one is Show Source Clip Name and Label, which shows the names and labels of your clips if you have given them. Show Video Thumbnails. It provides a reference frame on each individual clip. Show Video Keyframes. It will display keyframe information straight on our video clips if you have a keyframe on video. Show Video Names. It will display the names of the videos. Show Audio Waveform. It will show waveforms for the audio used on the timeline. Show Audio Keyframes. It will display audio keyframes if you have them. Show Audio Name. It will show the names of the audio on the timeline. Show Clip Markers. It will show markers if you have marked any on the timeline. Show Duplicate Frame Markers. It will help us if any clips or frames are displayed more than once on the timeline. Show Through Edits. It shows a cut in a clip where there is no change on either side of the clip. Show FX Badges. It has 3 types of badges. The first one is a gray one, which means there's no change with your clip. The second one is yellow, which means you have keyframes on your clips. And the third one is green, which means you have an actual effect on your clip. Show Proxy Badges. When you're using proxies in your existing project, you'll see a specific icon displayed on the top left of your video clips. Adobe Premeire Pro uses proxies, which are smaller, lower-resolution versions of your original video files. These proxies help make the editing process smoother and more efficient, particularly when dealing with high-resolution footage like 4K or higher formats. Composite preview during trim. It simply shows you a composite of both the frame being trimmed and the frame of the current clip on the timeline. You can turn this off to see a full-screen preview of only the frame being trimmed. Minimize all tracks. It will minimize all the tracks on the timeline. Expand all tracks. It will expand all the tracks on the timeline. Save presets. This will create a preset from your current timeline settings. Manage presets. Here you can manage your timeline presets. Customize video header. It helps us to customize video headers available on the timeline. Customize audio header. It helps us to customize audio headers available on the timeline. At last, we have Close CC, which is for captions. This one allows us to toggle between showing and hiding captions on the timeline. The source monitor plays one video clip at a time, and its primary job is to help the editors prepare the video footage for editing. Source monitor contains both time ruler and controls for playback. The time code can be seen at the bottom left of the source monitor, which portrays the duration of the clip. This duration can vary from hours to frames per second. Besides the time code, we have a scaling tool for the source monitor. This scaling tool helps the editor to zoom in and zoom out of the video clips inside the source monitor. Scaling options are available from 10% up to 400%. We also have video only and audio only icons. If we only click and drag the video only icon, the video will be dragged to the timeline. And similarly, if we click and drag the audio only icon, then only the audio will be dragged to the timeline. Now let's discuss the playback resolution settings for the source monitor. Playback resolution settings allow the user to lower the resolution of the previews that Premeire Pro displays in the source monitor. Lower resolutions are easier to playback, so you can set playback resolution to a lower value. For example, 1/4 of the actual resolution for smooth playback. And set the pause resolution to full. In the description below, you can find a link to Envato Elements, which offers millions of incredible resources to assist you on your video creation journey. We also have a marker option on the bottom of the source panel, or you can simply press M on the keyboard. We can add multiple markers to our footage. Markers are often used when we need different portions of the same video clip. To remove markers, simply right-click on the time ruler and choose either clear